You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Monday, March 24th, 2025. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. A two-vehicle accident occurred earlier today on Highway 160 involving a Toyota Tundra and a motorcycle, and News 25 has the details.
Jason Ernest of Mount West Lawyers. Don't be bullied by insurance companies. Call me, 775-727-9500.
Today, Monday, March 24th at 11:35 a.m., dispatch received a call reporting a two-vehicle accident at the intersection of Highway 160 and Calvada Boulevard. According to the initial report, a motorcyclist was traveling northbound on Highway 160 when a blue Toyota Tundra failed to yield the right-of-way to traffic while making a left turn onto East Tacoma Avenue. The Toyota entered the path of the motorcycle, resulting in a collision where the motorcyclist struck the rear of the truck. Witnesses at the scene reported that the rider was ejected upon impact and appeared to land on his head. He was transported to UMC Trauma by Mercy Air with non-life-threatening injuries. Traffic in both directions were temporarily redirected until 12 p.m. Afterwards, all lanes except for the northbound number 2 lane were reopened as officers processed the scene.
And more news now. Nellis Air Force Base recently concluded Red Flag 25-2, which tests the edge of air power through interoperability. Our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers now joins us from the city with more.
The skies above southern Nevada were roaring as Red Flag Nellis 25-2 recently wrapped up, welcoming 1,500 participants from 15 units, including the U.S. Air Force, U.S. Marine Corps, United Arab Emirates Air Force, Royal Saudi Air Force, and the Turkish Air Force. Joining us tonight is U.S. Air Force Master Sergeant Garrett Fintel, detailing how electronic integrated system mechanics troubleshoot an F-16 Viper that was down for maintenance. Let's check this one out.
Over here we're working on a lot of radar repair. It's a new system of ours. It's actually been very maintenance friendly since we've had it, and we got it probably around COVID timeframe. But now we're kind of flying it enough to where things are starting to break, and we're having to essentially just try and figure out the system ourselves. That incorporates a lot of just working with the engineers.
Red Flag 25-2 marks the exercise's 50th anniversary and aligns with the National Defense Strategy.
Avionics, if you ask anybody in the Air Force and maintenance what they do, they'll say box swappers or something like that. This is the actual core of what we do. It's getting into the wiring and stuff like that, and it's giving these guys some experience to actually do the hard jobs and try and understand our systems a lot more so that we can give these jets to the pilots, and basically and then increases their knowledge for our next trip. It's a new system, like I said, but it does integrate with a system that's older than I am. Now, dealing with that with the rest of these systems, it becomes exceptionally harder the more time we go and the more hours we put on these to keep maintaining them with all the systems that are under our purview, so to speak. And these guys just work every day.
Red Flag was created from the Vietnam War as the U.S. Air Force lost thousands of airmen in combat and more than 1,700 aircraft.
The era that we're running into, it seems like it's kind of unprecedented. The fault trees that we have aren't necessarily pointing us in the right direction, because this is a system that 99% of the time it'll tell you what's wrong and point you in the right direction. If you have a million paths to take, it'll bring it down to about 5. Right now we're not getting any of that information, so we're trying to eliminate those millions of paths ourselves. Time's pretty precious. We only have 2 goes a day. They want these jets. These are very important and capable jets for them, and we need to get it to them.
Studies determined that the initial 10 combat missions were most dangerous for air crews, so the Air Force refined its battle readiness capabilities in the form of Red Flag.
Everyone else just does their part in it, and at the final end of the road for the pilot itself, he needs everything that we work on to be able to put bombs on target and everything like that. So it's a lot of an integrated effort, and these guys are doing a fantastic job of essentially drinking through a fire hose to make it happen.
Red Flag Nellis 25-2 concluded on the 21st. Reporting from Old Las Vegas, I'm Maria Centers for News 25.
Thank you very much, Maria, and thank you to those men and women for their service. And the 2025 Nye County Republican Party Lincoln Day Dinner took place on Saturday. News 25 spoke with Chairman Leo Blundo for the details.
So we are here at the 2025 Lincoln Day Dinner. Leo, tell us what's going on.
So we had our Lincoln Day Dinner for the Nye County Republican Party. Tonight our keynote speaker was Governor Joe Lombardo, and we highlighted his 5 priorities through the legislature, the things that he's trying to enact, what we call the Nevada way, his vision and his leadership.
Now you are a chairman for over a year now?
Yes, I was elected a little over a year ago, came into the party, a lot of issues, and I personally thanked our governor because he was our keynote last year, saved the party locally. We were able to fundraise off of that, and things have been we've been doing phenomenal ever since. We use that funding to support local candidates. If you've noticed, many of you received a letter and you received text messages with our endorsed candidates. It is so critical that the party is involved and active in our primaries because those are the races that are decided here locally, and also for the general election, as those are the races that get decided mainly for the state. Our governor is very proud of the work we've done here, and we're very happy to have endorsed him unanimously. He has our full support for his re-election here in 2026.
What are some of the things you do as a chairman for the Nye County Republican Party?
So a lot of my job entails a lot of administrative work, fundraising, and also relationships, being able to make contact and have a lot of respect and decorum to be able to get key players here, like our governor, like minority leader Hafen, minority senator Robin Titus, to be able to get these people all in a room. Unfortunately, our Lieutenant Governor Stavros Anthony was not able to attend, but we have to be able to curate an environment that is inviting, welcome, and open. And our Lincoln Day Dinner definitely sets the tone. One of the best, he said, in the state.
It was a full house today, right?
It was. We were oversold to capacity. It's a great fundraiser for us. We even have the likes of our state chairman and our RNC committeeman, state chairman Michael McDonald, and our committeeman Jim DeGraffenreid. They were here. They gave us auction items. It's just a great event, fun-filled. We all had a great time. I saw the governor smiling. That's what counts. You don't smile, we got a problem.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, we had a really phenomenal event. I'd like to thank Deborah Thomas and Melissa Blundo for outstanding work. Bruce Jensen, great job. Richard Bouchard, phenomenal job. We have so many volunteers that were just critical with making this happen, and so many of our donors as well. Edward Bevilacqua with Glow Up, Brian and John with Disinfecting Solutions, Assemblywoman Gallant for coming up from Vegas, Assemblyman Hafen, Bert Gurr, another assemblyman, just so many great people to name that did a great job. And our other speaker tonight, Lieutenant Colonel David Flippo. What a great speech that guy gave. Great job. Keep an eye out for him. He'll be on the radar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, it was a big night. News 25 will have an exclusive interview with Governor Joe Lombardo. I had an incredible conversation with him, as well as speeches from the speakers at the event, all on tomorrow night's newscast. More news coming up. You are watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Well, in sports, the Vegas Golden Knights, they did it on their homestand. They won all of their games on home ice. Mikey has that and more in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas Golden Knights had an action-packed weekend. Saturday, they beat the visiting Detroit Red Wings 6-3. How did they do against Tampa Bay Lightning on Sunday? Let's find out. First period. Vegas on the power play. Carlson to Nick Waugh with the tip. 1-0. Bring it in. Tomas Hertl with his team-leading 31st goal makes it 2-0. Final minute of the first period, Vegas on a power play, Jack Eichel with a blast, 3-0. Second period, Tampa with a 2-on-1. Nick Paul puts the Lightning on the board, 3-1. Third period, Tampa with the empty net. From the face-off, Nick Hague, 4-1. Vegas goes on to win, 4-2. Next up for the Knights, they play the Wild in Minnesota on Tuesday. Vegas Golden Knights recognized the UNLV Skating Rebels for their national championship. Players brought the trophy to the Fortress as the team captain, Matthias Del Monte, cranked the siren for the Golden Knights game against Detroit on Saturday. Time for the Ovechkin check-in. Just 7 goals away from the all-time NHL goals record. He did not score over the weekend. Here is his third best goal ever.
Terdev, knocked down by Pahrump. Ovechkin moving up. Crisscrossing, sidestepping a hit. What a move! Ovechkin's in! His chance! What a goal! Alex Ovechkin! Phenomenal! Oh! Ovechkin!
Aces superstar Aja Wilson donated a new basketball court and installed a new scoreboard at the Boys and Girls Club of Southern Nevada. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
All right, Mikey, always showing off your skills there. And the annual Pahrump Chili Cook-Off and Festival took place over the weekend, and News 25 spoke with the event coordinator, Kelly Sater, to talk about this event.
So we are here at the Chili Cook-Off. Tell us how this weekend is going.
So far, it's been really great. We've had an amazing turnout. We started the chili tasting today, and we brought in and introduced the wristbands this year. So $20 unlimited tastings, and they are flying off the shelf. So I think we're definitely going to be continuing that for the years to follow.
What are some of the events that you guys having happen this weekend?
So we have the carnival going on. We've got vendors. We just had the kids drag race where they bring the electric cars. We have a beer chug for the adults. We also have a car show going on tomorrow. Starts at 10 a.m. We just have all sorts of stuff going on. It's really great for all ages and families and non-families.
How many booths did you guys have for the Chili Cook-Off this year?
So this year we had 23 cooks sign up. So that was almost double from last year.
What started the Chili Cook-Off?
So the Chili Cook-Off actually started about 12 years ago with Ron and Marion Frazier, and they just brought it to Pahrump, and it started out really small, and they started to grow it over the years, and then Ron came to me about 5 years ago, and actually 6 years ago, and he said he's looking for somebody that could take it over, and he saw the potential and asked me to take it over. I said sure, and we've probably tripled the amount of people that come to it. It's been really great, and so he did pass away, him and his wife, a couple years ago. So every year we'll just do this in their honor to keep it going and keep their dream alive.
What are some of the other vendors you guys have here right now?
We have the PDOP. They're here with the mechanical bull, with the blow-up house or the bounce house, with their snack shack. We have Donuts NV. We have Sherry Marie's Attic. Go see her for her tumblers. She also sponsored this event. She's been amazing. Renewal by Anderson. We've got oh my God, we have so many. We got Pizza Hut. They also sponsored this event. We've got Ziggy Shaved Ice. We have Brimstone. We got Aliens in Pahrump.
How many sponsors did you guys have this year?
We had 7 sponsors this year, I believe. So yeah, we've had, we're always looking for more though. Each year it helps lower the cost, for the event so we can donate more back to the community.
How can people contact you if they want to be involved next year?
So if they want to be involved next year, they can contact me at PahrumpChiliCookoff@gmail.com. This year we are supporting the local Kiwanis Club. So when you come down and buy those tickets and enter any of the contests, all that money goes towards helping them. So it's the Kiwanis Club, and then we're also making a small donation to the St. Jude Ranch for Children in Las Vegas.
That's awesome. Anything else?
Yeah, we'll be back next year, so if anybody wants to sign up as a cook for next year, go to chilicookoff.com, and you can sign up through the website there.
Oh, that's some tasty stuff right there. Coming up, Mikey Ruhan has a weekend road trip report, and it smells just so darn nice. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. The Nevada Department of Highways, founded on March 23rd, 1917, with the goal of transforming the state's rough dirt roadways, is celebrating its century-long journey of infrastructure improvement. And here is part one of a look back at the department's history.
The Nevada Department of Highways was formed on March 23, 1917, with a mission to surface what were often rutted dirt paths. Highway construction of the time was an arduous undertaking through Nevada's desert expanses, with teams of horses grading the roads. 1919. The first vehicle through the country has generally made the location for the future roads, with a result that in some cases the roads are very poorly located, noted the department's first report. It was no pleasure to take that shiny new car out and attempt to negotiate the average rutted path serving as a road. Mr. Average Citizen found that the motor car had gradually become almost indispensable to him in his business and professional life. There developed a growing and insistent demand throughout the country for better road conditions. In January 1919, the department's first construction project built a trestle bridge over the Humboldt River in Pershing County at a cost of $10,953. In the same year, a $72,000 project kicked off to build a concrete roadway from Reno to almost 6 miles south. June 11, 1921. We at the Department of Highways are aware that the citizens of Nevada are entitled to know all there is to know of this department. We of Nevada have inaugurated a great state highway building program to extend through the years to come, the responsibility for which is founded in a definite organization, which must have the confidence of the public for whom it is working. In the mid-1920s, the state's 45-mile-per-hour speed limit was removed and replaced with a guideline to limit speeds to that of sane and safe driving. In 1923, another vital source of transportation funding was forged as the state gasoline tax came into being as an important resource for developing the state's transportation system. In 1929, the last Nevada link of U.S. Highway 91 near Apex was oiled, providing a smooth highway from California across Nevada between the California and Arizona state borders. In later years, it would pave the way for Nevada's busiest interstate, I-15, which now travels alongside the iconic Las Vegas Strip.
Now here's Mikey Ruhan with your weekend road trip as promised, but today he is bringing us to the Bellagio Hotel to celebrate the birds and the bees.
Looking to get away this weekend? The Birds and the Bees at the Bellagio Conservatory and Botanical Gardens takes visitors into a pastel wonderland, embodying transformation with botanical masterpieces, wildlife-inspired elements, and whimsical scenes. The name is a playful nod to spring and nature, evoking images of pollination, growth, and the vibrancy of the season, while the bees also play homage to the iconic Bellagio bee. The spring display was created to honor nature's beauty and the sense of renewal that comes with this time of year, said designer Ed Libby. Here's a breakdown of what it took to bring the display together. There are 35,000 purple wisteria on the wisteria trees throughout the display. Workers used 18,000 potted plants and flowers. 2,800 succulents helped make up Cassandra the caterpillar. 100 team members worked 24 hours a day for 6 days to bring the display to life. Guests can check out the new display through May 17th.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
And that's the Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam, and you are not going to believe it. Snow. This past weekend, we took this video. The summit of Mount Charleston. Anything but that at ground level because we're putting the air conditioning on. The details coming up of the hot forecast.
Good evening, Nevada. My name is Rory Rossell, coming to you from the Channel 25 Weather Studios, and taking a look at Nevada right up in northern Nevada. Fernley and Fallon are both sitting at 75 degrees. Carson City's at 72, Tonopah at 70 degrees, Goldfield also at 72, Beatty's at 83 degrees, Las Vegas Amargosa is actually at 87 degrees, Las Vegas at 84, and Death Valley's in the 90s for the first time on our weather forecast at 96 degrees. But here in the beautiful paradise of Pahrump, it's currently 83 degrees. It was sunny today. The high was 85 degrees, wind blowing west-southwest at 5 miles per hour. Humidity 12%, and the sun rose this morning at 6:41 and is setting tonight at 6:59 p.m. The humidity raises up to 25%, and the wind continues to blow east at 4 miles per hour. The low tonight is going to be 55 degrees. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We will be seeing some pretty high temperatures for the next few days. Then it drops back down into the 70s. On Tuesday, it'll be 89 degrees. On Wednesday, 88. On Tuesday, we do see some wind on the board at 81 degrees. And then it drops 9 degrees down to 72 on Friday, 71 on Saturday, 72 again on Sunday, and 73 on Monday. We are seeing a little bit of a roller coaster with our temperatures. They will be going back up next week. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
All right, Miss Roselle, it's definitely a roller coaster ride here, and that's what you get living in the desert in the springtime, but that heat is on the way. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight at News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great night.